and we'll see Chris Olave, as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single season.
Ready to rock and roll. Here's Jonathan Garibay. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
8 yards to go on second down. Once more, Gibson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Play action now, Mills. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Holding, defense.
So the holding call on the offense. Decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, Jacobs uses the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll go option on second down, right side.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Still second down.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Back to the running game with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Panthers will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Gibson here running out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Mills. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing on second down. Purdy. There's Chris Olave. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He juked him. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Jacobs is in for a touchdown. And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd and 7, Mills. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Got his man complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well,
wow.
Not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
That's weak.
Mills throw complete there to Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's got some space here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It's David Ajabo there for the tackle. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the ball is knocked out. It's going the other way. And now off to the races down the right side. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that help him get all the way back upfield. I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go. Go, go.
Jacobs going to try the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
One more time with Jacobs. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
From the gun, here's Mills.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Counter play with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mills throw taken in by Cooper here.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go, y'all.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Mills from the gun on third down.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. He's got a man. Complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Garabay's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Another try after the first down sack.
Purdy.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Give to Gibson running right.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And Waller taking it in over the middle.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now Purdy.
Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Purdy's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Jacobs trying to run on 1st down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Purdy eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it with Jacobs. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to... And we're back now in Charlotte, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Oilers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
1st down, Mills.
That's caught by Waller out left side. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple.
To throw, Mills.
It's caught, Cooper. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Mills. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Mills to throw it. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action. Mills. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Play fake. Mills. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Again, it's Mills.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Touchdown, Panthers. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 78 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Jacobs, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Oilers are an extra point away. it's a 3-score game. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw again on second down.
Mills. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
On first and 10, Mills. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Mills now from the 50. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Mills to the air again.
Flush to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mills.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Now Mills.
And this will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this one is incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
One last shot from Mills. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were